We are continuing Srimad Bhagavatam. Kapil Bhagavan is speaking to Mother Devahuti about the movements of the living entities, how they enter into womb, how they develop, then when they come out, then what they do and suffering, all these things. Na tathasya bhaven moho bandhaschanya prasangata yoshit sangat yata punksho yata tatsangi sangataha. The infatuation and bondage which accrue to a man from attachment to any other object is not as complete as that resulting from attachment to a woman or to the fellowship of men who are fond of women. Here in commentary, attachment to woman is so contaminating that one becomes attached to the condition of material life, not only by the association of woman, but by the contaminated association of persons who are too attached to them, like contagious. If you put cold object near the heated object, then it will become hot. But a man who is attached to woman is also like that. It is the same as woman. And it is same as woman for men. It is not only one-sided, it is both-sided. That in material existence, this is the strongest bondage. And also, if it is outside of marriage, it is more. Our Gurudev explained that in transcendental realm, Parakiyaras, they are that in Lila, they are like married to another, but they have paramour relation with Krishna. That is highest type of service of Krishna, because highest type of attachment. So that in transcendental realm, that is the highest. But as in a perverted reflection, in this world, this paramour relation is the lowest, because it is creating deepest attachment to this material world. There are many reasons for our conditional life in the material world, but the topmost of all such causes is the association of woman, as will be confirmed in the following stanzas. In Kali Yuga, association with woman is very strong. In every step of life, there is association with woman. If a person goes to purchase something, the advertisements are full of pictures of women. The physiological attraction for women is very great, and therefore people are very slack in spiritual understanding. The Vedic civilization, being based on spiritual understanding, arranges association with women very cautiously. Out of the 4 social divisions, the members of the first order, namely Brahmacharya, the third order Vanaprastha, and the fourth order Sannyas, are strictly prohibited from female association. Only in one order, the householder, is there license to mix with women under restricted conditions. In other words, attraction for women's association is the cause of the material conditional life, and anyone interested in being freed from this conditional life must detach himself from the association of women. It is Kanaka Kamini Pratishta, are desires, that is for wealth, for Kamini. Kamini means both sides. That man for woman, woman for man, and Pratishta. So these are anarthas, one has to be freed from this. All other orders, they are prohibited, but one time one sannyasi asked our Gurudev, because Mahaprabhu told that verse, that to see a king or to see a woman for a sannyasi is like taking poison. When Prataparudra king wanted to meet Mahaprabhu, then Mahaprabhu said this. So then that sannyasi asked our Gurudev, then how to deal with devotee ladies who are also coming to the mat and they're serving and these things. Then our Gurudev told they can come, and seeing a woman does not mean only seeing. He said we cannot avoid seeing a woman, but we should not see with enjoying spirit. That is poisonous, that is prohibited. So he said ladies, they can serve in the mat, they can come, everything, but at least in India, in Gauriya mat system is that ladies cannot stay overnight. They are not staying. But when Sai Maharaj came to Western countries, he saw that here boys and girls, they are since birth, they are freely mixing. In kindergarten, in school, in everywhere. There is no any restriction. So how suddenly he can make such restrictions? So he allowed ladies also to live in the mat as brahmacharinis, also householders like this. There is no restriction because here culture is different, but the principle remains the same. There should not be enjoying spirit. That is prohibited. But if there is this attraction and this spirit, then they have to get married, and within marriage they should live in, here it is, restricted conditions and worshipping Krishna. Then gradually they can overcome that passion and all these things. Restricted, one thing was in my mind, I forgot now. What is progressive for someone that according to individual case, it is there, Guru will guide, and sincerity, but one point I forgot. Yes, it is like that. Four regulative principles: no meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and illicit sex. So Prabhupada Bhaktisar Thakur said, illicit sex does not mean only having sexual relation outside of marriage, but if one becomes too much attached to his own wife also, legally wedded wife, everything, if he becomes too much attached, that is also counted as illicit sex. It will also be obstacle to bhajan. So there should be a regulation. Prajapati swam duhitaram drishtva tat rupa darshitaha rohit bhutam. So chanting Harinam with relation with Vishnu for his satisfaction, then he could get Vaikuntha. So in Shastra, especially in Bhagavatam, everything is very clear that even such person cannot control. Even Brahma could not. Shiva could not. So it is only one way. There also you will find Sobari Rishi. He was Jnani. He was doing bhajan underwater many years. Not bhajan, he was doing Gyan, renunciation, and yoga. But he saw fishes mating, then he desired that, and he married 50 daughters of Mandata. And Vishwamitra also doing yoga 60,000 years. Then Indra or someone sent Menaka, he became attracted, and Jajati king we will find, he was king, and he had to marry both Devayani and Sarmishta. And with Devayani, 1,000 years he was enjoying sexual enjoyment, 1,000 years in a palace with all money, with all luxuries, with everything, without any restriction for 1,000 years continuously. Only enjoyment, sexual enjoyment. Then after 1,000 years he understood that lust is like a fire. By fulfilling lust, that lust will not be stopped. It will increase only. It is like putting ghee on fire. Fire will not be extinguished, it will only increase. This is not the right procedure. He tried to fulfill, to complete fulfillment of his lusty desires, but could not find end. He saw only increasing. Then after 1,000 years, he came to senses and he understood this is not the proper way. Then he became devotee of Krishna, and then he became happy and everything was solved. After he became devotee, he also explained to his wife his realization. Then she also became devotee. So in Bhagavatam, because it is coming from Supreme Lord, all truth is already given there. That is why we have to hear. And then in practical life, we have to apply. Then we can be rescued from some experiences unnecessary. If we just hear Bhagavatam and believe, then we can be saved from so many problems. Tat shrishta shrishta shrishteshu kon va khandita dhih puman rishim narayanam rite yoshin mayeha maya. Amongst all kinds of living entities begotten by Brahma, namely men, demigods and animals, none but the sage Narayan is immune to the attraction of Maya in the form of woman. Everyone, except pure devotee. Yes. Lord Brahma's being attracted by his daughter is the vivid example that no one is exempt from sexual attraction to woman. Woman, therefore, is the wonderful creation of Maya to keep the conditioned soul in shackles. And for woman, it is man. It is by nature. No one can stop this unless one comes out of material nature. Bala me pasya maya stri maya yajino jaino disham ya karoti padakrantan bruvi Jirim Bhena Kevalam. Just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of a woman who, by the mere movement of her eyebrows, can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. Here Kapil Bhagavan is telling to Devahuti, it is my Maya. I created this Maya in the form of woman for man and man for woman. I created, so no one can escape. Impossible. Krishna says in Gita, Devi Hyesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratya. This my Maya is very difficult to overcome because it is my Maya. Maya, mam eva je prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Only one who will exclusively surrender to me, he only can cross over this. We have example, Haridas Thakur, Ambarish Maharaj, and such pure devotees, Prahlad. Though Ambarish Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj, also Dhruva, they were married, but their marriage is not based on sexual attraction. It is solely for the cooperate, for like a dharma patni. It is, they are cooperating for the service of Krishna with wife. That is allowed, but not for sensual enjoyment that will keep you in Maya. Yes. Great conquerors being captivated by the charms of a Cleopatra. And so in every religion you will find there is this. Because it is, the creation is like that. Instead of being attracted by material beauty, if one is accustomed to be attracted by the beauty of Radharani and Krishna, then the statement of Bhagavad Gita, Param Drishtva Nivartate, holds true. Means you have to get higher taste. When one is attracted by the transcendental beauty of Radha and Krishna, he is no longer attracted by material feminine beauty. That is the special significance of Radha Krishna worship. That is testified to by Yamuna Acharya. He says, since I have become attracted by the beauty of Radha and Krishna, when there is attraction for a woman or a memory of sex life with a woman, I at once spit on it and my face turns in disgust. When we are attracted by Madan Mohan and the beauty of Krishna and his consorts, then the shackles of conditioned life, namely the beauty of a material woman, cannot attract us. This is the test, how much we have developed our devotion to Krishna is how much detachment we have for this world. And we have to be sincere, because it is not black and white, only either 0 or 100% everyone pure devotee. No, there are many stages. Normal conditioned soul who is not sadhaka, he is fully under the control of Maya. Fully, sense enjoyment only. But there are some pure devotees, siddhas, perfected souls, they are not at all. It is impossible that they can be attracted to material enjoyment, like Haridas Thakur or Rai Ramananda also. Rai Ramananda was touching that, Haridas Thakur, that Maya and prostitute, they came and they showed their nice figure and dancing and sweet words and trying to attract. but he was not transformed a bit, because there is no such nature in him by which to attract, like magnet and iron. Iron may be there, but if there is no magnet, then it cannot attract. So there is no material nature in Haridas Thakur, already purified. That is why even you bring all kinds of sense enjoyment in front of him, it will not connect, impossible. But with all others who have material nature, at least something, it will attract. Or Raya Ramananda, he not only saw, but he was touching those young Devadasi girls, young. It is stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was bathing them, touching them, even touching and seeing their private parts. Still, he was not a bit transformed in his heart, because that material nature is not there. He cannot have any lust, cannot be attracted. So there are such devotees, they exist. Our Gurudev also told, when one is, because sometimes means one devotee asked our Gurudev, how is it that we see someone is taking the position of a pure devotee, but then later on he falls down with a woman? Then Gurudev was at first surprised. What does this mean, taking the position of a pure devotee? This is not something to be taken. You are pure devotee or you are not. Then that he explained, no, they are taking sannyas. So the only taking sannyas does not mean like you are now taking the position of pure devotee. There are sannyasis who are pure devotees, that is okay, but just by taking sannyas does not mean automatically one becomes pure devotee. Maybe he is advanced devotee and he tries to fully dedicate himself like this. But if this material nature is still there, then this may happen. He will be attracted to woman and will go down. So our Gurudev told, when one has realization of Supreme Lord, then it is impossible to be attracted to this. Means one who is pure devotee, impossible. So such they exist. Our Gurudev also, by his own example, he made this in one university in Jammu. After Harikatha, he was going, then other people who were there, they were touching the feet of Gurudev, like as a sadhu. Then one young girl, daughter of a dean of that university, she also went to touch his lotus feet. And Gurudev removed his feet there. She again tried, but Gurudev all the time removing. Then when they were in a room, and that dean and everything, then that daughter asked him, why you removed your feet? Then Gurudev said, if you touch my feet, nothing will happen to me. Directly Gurudev said, because it is true. He said, nothing will happen to me. But if I allow this, then you see these brahmacharis and others, they will think, oh, Gurudev is doing, he's allowing, so we can also do. Then Guru said, but if they will do, they will fall down. And really it happened. Later, one of those, he fell down with the lady. He was brahmachari, but one lady came to him. He himself told me. One lady came to him and she told him, you are staying as a brahmachari in the mat, but you don't know what you are missing in your life. You don't know. Directly she came to him. And he asked, what I'm missing? Then she said, I will show you. You come with me, I will show you what you are missing. So he could not control. He went. So Gurudev knows everything. So intentionally he did not allow, because then others will also do, but they are not qualified. then that will attract them. So there are pure devotees there, but some are sadhakas and they are on different level. So how much of their material nature they still have, there is degree, but what is the difference between conditioned soul and sadhaka is sadhaka will serve Krishna, and when that desire for enjoyment will come, he will try to control it, or he will regulate it and gradually reduce it and give up either by regulation or by some struggle or something, but he will try. Conditioned soul, they are not trying, they are just swayed by Maya. But sadhakas, they are trying. And they are on different levels. Gurudev told me, in the beginning, Maya will attack. You will lose sometimes. Later, when you will be more advanced in bhajan, Maya will still attack, but you will be able to win. But still attacks will come. But those who are pure devotees, they have no material nature. So there is no question of any effort on their part. It is not that Haridas Thakur or Rai Ramananda, they have to struggle with that attraction. No, it is not there at all. Because they are already perfected souls. So we have to know which stage we are and what is the goal of life and how we can attain that goal of life and how we can gradually remove our anarthas according to our individual case under the guidance of bona fide guru, how we will come out. It is not same for all. Not all can suddenly take sannyas or like this. No. There is also marriage regulation is there, all these things for progress. So that is individual case. But it happened also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, and also in Jaiva Dharma he wrote, if someone prematurely or unqualified, like takes sannyas or Babaji or like this, but that nature is very strong, then they will go with ladies, then that will be more bad. That will pollute that sannyas ashram and he will commit more offense and people will lose faith and so many problems. So he said it is better you marry and gradually progress through anarthas and serve Krishna like this, then you just take sannyas and then fall down. Or Babaji. It happened so much so that Bengal people, they lost faith in Babajis because they saw those things going on. Though in one sense they are saying we are renounced, we will beg and you don't have to check on us because we are Raganugas, we are Paramahansas, we are beyond any regulation of Shastra. So they were doing all these things. So all people lost faith. That is why Prabhupada intentionally, he is Paramahansa. Whole life he was Brahmachari, Naishtika Brahmachari. But he intentionally took sannyas because that Babaji was so much misused and also there was no dignity in society. So he took sannyas to show I am under the regulation of Shastra. So he was perfectly following all the rules of sannyas ashram so that no one can find any fault in him. And he cannot like give excuse, oh, I did that because I am Raganuga. I am beyond rules and regulations of Shastra. Or I am Paramahansa, you don't check me. You don't see me. I'm beyond it. I have prema, so you cannot accuse me. He intentionally took, just to show about the purity of real Gauriya Vaishnava and also to show the transcendental character of his guru who is pure Babaji, Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. For this reason he took sannyas. Some Babajis, Sahaja Babajis, they are very much against Prabhupada Bhaktisar Thakur because where is this sannyas in Gauriya Vaishnavism? This was never before. But it was for this reason that he had to take sannyas, because Babaji were not doing properly. only to bring back the dignity of Gauriya Vaishnavism in society, he took sannyas and perfectly followed, to show that Gauriya Vaishnava is a pure character. And those who really have prema, they are in Paramahansa stage, they are also pure, like my Gurudev, Guru Kishore Das Babaji. I'm showing by my own example. So there are so many things intentionally Prabhupada did because of historical reasons, what was going on with Gauriya Vaishnavism that time. Also about Brahmin, I spoke about that in Pula. You can see those recordings. So, conditioned souls, sadhakas on different levels, and siddhas, they're all different. Sangam na kuryat pramadasu jatu jogasya param param arurukshu mat sevaya pratilabhatma labho pratilabdhatma labho vadanti ya niraya dvaram asya. One who aspires to reach the culmination of yoga and has realized himself by rendering service unto me should never associate with an attractive woman, for such a woman is declared in the scripture to be the gateway to hell for the advancing devotee. Associate means this, through enjoyment, for enjoyment. But if he has dharma patni wife, means that which we, that they will cooperate for the service of Krishna, that is another thing. But for enjoyment with attractive woman, that is obstacle to bhajan. For those who want to get perfection, one who aspires to reach the culmination of yoga, means is pure devotion, and has realized his self by rendering service unto me. His self is eternal servant of Krishna. Then he will never associate, like Haridas Thakur, not accepting. She did not come for bhajan. She came to bring him down. But Haridas Thakur is so powerful, not only he did not succumb to her, means did not fall down, was not won by her, but he is so powerful that he even purified her. Also Maya Devi, she also surrendered to Haridas Thakur and she said, I want to take initiation into Krishna Nam from you. I got Ram Nam before, but now I want Krishna Nam from you. So again, here Sai Maharaj is telling, only householders are given license to have an intimate relationship with the woman, and that relationship is also restricted for begetting nice children, for Krishna consciousness. If, however, one wants to stick to continued existence in the material world, he may indulge in female association unrestrictedly. In India, at least, there is some culture of some boundaries, of some restriction, all this. But in Western culture, there is no restriction, nothing. Unrestricted. In quantity, in everything. That is why it's so degraded, because Kali Yuga happening. Because lost contact with religion and morality, when church and secular government they divided, then more and more loss of any kind of morality, any kind of, yes, morality, religiosity lost day by day, losing and only enjoying, and reaction coming. Before, at least they had some boundaries. If they followed Christianity, there also this is restricted to marriage, and this is sin and confession. In Islam also they have boundaries, all this. But immediately if one is outside of religiosity, then there is no morality. There are atheistic, they are atheist morality, like Buddhists and like this. That is also some restriction is there. They also know. But if one is outside, immoral atheist, then only this is going on, and reaction, heavy reaction. And continued existence in the material world. And diseases also happening as a reaction. Yopayati Shanair Maya, Yoshi Deva Vinirmita, Tam Ikshetatmano Mrityum, Trinei Kupam Ivavritam. Like AIDS came, HIV virus. That is transferred only by sexual intercourse, not otherwise. So certain diseases are directly coming as a reaction to unrestricted disenjoyment. And more will come, because nature is all the time making some arrangement for reaction to sins. We may invent some medicine, but then new disease will come, because the reaction has to come to enjoyment. Or we may make some solution for some problem, for a catastrophe or something, but we cannot stop reaction to our sinful actions. It is impossible. How much we try to stop and solve and all these things, we can only know what happened in past, and we can try to little give some protection. But in future, what nature means, what Krishna will give a reaction, no one can stop that. I read, or I don't know. Yopayati Shanair Maya Yoshi Deva Vinirmita Tam Ikshetatmano Mrityum Trinei Kupam Ivavritam. The woman created by the Lord is the representation of Maya. And one who associates with such Maya by accepting services must certainly know that this is the way of death. Just like a blind well covered with grass. Means you don't see it. You think everything will be nice, everything is good. Well is there, but grass is there, you think, oh, very nice, I will walk. But when you step, then you will fall down. But before you don't see. Krishna can see, Guru can see. If you listen to them, then you will not go, but otherwise you will go. That is for this. Another thing is, if sadhaka, he wants to advance, and for regulation, then dharma patni, that is another point. And this is another point. But Guru knows the capacity of disciple, how he can be engaged in the service of Krishna. What will be possible for him? It is not possible for all to take sannyas or to remain brahmacharis. Not for all. In that case, they have to regulate through marriage and gradually advance. So Guru also knows. That is why Guru also gives permission. It is stated in Shastra that brahmachari staying in Gurukula, if he has that desire to marry, then with the permission of Guru, he will enter household life. So if it was for all, then why Guru will give permission? He will say, no, you are in Maya, that is wrong, you don't do that. No. Guru gives permission in that case when he sees that this is necessary for him, for his progress. But for some, they may remain Naishtika Brahmachari, they may take sannyas directly also or something. But it is not same for all, because we are not all on same level of purification, previous lives, all these things. So bona fide Guru has to guide in regard to this. It is not same for all. That is why realized Guru must be there who can advise according to capacity. Our Gurudev told many times that if someone is not realized, then he will give certain advice which will not be accordance with the qualification of disciple, then that may be harmful also. If all have to take sannyas, or sometimes you find some gurus, they will say everyone has to get married and have that sense in everyone, it is for everyone. But it is not, neither this nor that, depends. Like there is no, they say there is no brahmachari, no sannyasi in Kali Yuga. It is not possible. Everyone has to get married. Also like this, they say. And they will even, Guru will find you wife, find you husband. That is okay if that is necessary, but it is not for all. And it is also not for all. Everyone will take Babaji or sannyas. So only one. Yes. Acceptance of service rendered by a woman may appear very pleasing, but one should be very cautious in accepting such service because it is clearly said that the woman is the gateway to death or forgetfulness of oneself. She blocks the path of spiritual realization. This we have to keep in mind. What kind of woman, and in what case, if devotee woman, and if it is for the service of Krishna and accepting service in relation to service of Krishna, or giving service to husband or wife in relation to service of Krishna, everything this has to be considered. Then one has to go under the guidance of realized soul. If he gives permission, then it is okay, it will be progressive. But if not, then if you go, then it will be blocked to bhajan. Yes. Now only this verse I will read to prove what I was telling. Yam manyate pati mohan man mayam risha bhayatim stritvam stri sangatah prapto vitapatya griha pradam. A living entity who, as a result of attachment to a woman in his previous life, has been endowed with the form of a woman, foolishly looks upon Maya in the form of man, her husband, as the bestower of wealth, progeny, house, and other material assets. It is both-sided, not only woman. Man is also Maya for woman. Because woman, a man will see, oh, I will enjoy. A woman also see, I will enjoy. He will give me son, he will give me daughter, he will give me money, he will give me all these things. For this is how ladies, they see men. He will give me this, he will give me this. It is by nature. Money, children, house, car, all this, he will give me. So tomorrow we will hear about Bhakta Bhagavat. This is Grantha Bhagavat, book Bhagavat. Tomorrow we'll hear about Bhakta Bhagavat, pure devotee, Srila Bhakti, Saurabh, Bhaktisar Gosvami Maharaj. If there will be any more time, then we can continue this topic. But Bhagavatam is necessary to hear, because all human conditions of conditioned life, they are described here. If we hear again and again with attentiveness and think about it, as that Dundukari, he was hearing and he was thinking about after. That is why he got Vaikuntha. But if we don't think, only we hear one ear inside, another ear outside, then no result. Hear and think, then we can understand the reality of this material existence, and we will not commit mistake, but will accept proper action, then we will get proper result. So this is the grace of Supreme Lord, Bhagavatam, for our eternal welfare. We should not think is, oh, they're restricting, everything bad. No, they try to give us real good.